Hey folks, Brendan here from Bluelight with another podcast stroke video to help you succeed in the police promotion process. Yes, this podcast is for those of you who are in the promotion process. So many of you now, serving officers, are starting to realise that there's awesome opportunities out there for you to succeed in the police promotion process, to lead others and to have that privilege in doing so. So this video is to help you with innovative ideas for forward-facing questions. Now, in previous videos, I've covered forward-facing questions, and in my in-force advancement group, there's plenty of information there on how to answer forward-facing questions. These are the ones that seem to be throwing so many of you. Check the links for the in-force advancement group, how to join it. It's only £33 a month. No, it's £3.33 a month. £3.33 a month. £9.99 every 3 months to join that group. And this is where we practice every week the skills that are required to succeed in specialist interviews, promotion boards, transferee interviews. And it's where you also get a short course and plenty of guidance and ideas about how to approach every part of promotion boards and also specialist interviews. So, forward-facing questions, these are the ones that might be along the lines of, can you tell me how in the future as a leader you will enable a culture of performance? How in the future as a leader you will ensure that there's a culture where diversity, equality and inclusion is valued? Where in the future as a leader, you will ensure that your officers engage effectively with members of the community. Equally, in the future, how will you do problem solving? How will you improve confidence in the police? And how will you drive performance? So plenty of things there that you could get asked, and these are sort of common questions. So one of the things I'm going to be covering a lot more in the webinars is ideas on how to actually frame your answers, because for the most part what you tend to do is you come up with like this shopping list. These are all the things I'm going to do, and it's just like this shopping list of the usual suspects. It's like the usual answers. There's nothing innovative, nothing different. And so it got me thinking over the past few weeks about what would be a little bit different. I'm basing some of this on my own experience. I know you might be thinking, well, that was very big-headed of you to say that you're innovative. Well, I think I was, and actually a lot of people have said as an inspector, especially as a neighbourhood inspector, I was before my time. My appraisal highlighted this. It wasn't complimentary. I was described as eccentric, unconventional and maverick. Qualities that I think most leaders in the private sector would love to have in their organisation. However, in the police service, not quite so valued. Interestingly, there were a lot of the things that I used to do back then are now things that the police service is actually looking for. Bizarre. So in terms of a culture of performance, one of the things that we're going to talk about a lot more in the webinars is how you would drive that culture of performance without actually driving a culture of performance. So we're going to act as enablers for our team, and we're going to use a model called appreciative inquiry in order to do that. Appreciative inquiry focuses on not so much the problems of yesterday, but a vision for the future and how you're going to get there. And it's a really awesome way of enabling your team to develop and to have ownership for the performance issues. In terms of diversity, equality and inclusion, we're going to look at authenticity, how you go about checking your own bias, what you can do to improve recruitment in terms of ensuring that the force truly represents the communities that it's a part of. And that's where we're going to look at things like the difference between being a part of the community and apart from the community, and how you can drive yourself from one to the other. In terms of engagement with hard to reach communities or organisations, we're going to take a look at a really easy way of ensuring that your officers truly engage within the community. And I don't mean letting people try on your hat at a fun fair. I see that on Twitter all the time, an example of really good community engagement, it'll say, and it's it's just, I'm looking at it thinking, no, it's fine, it's nice, but this isn't community engagement. So we're going to take a look at how ensuring that your officers don't get their sandwiches from Tesco's and they don't get their hot meals from the kebab shop and the Pizza Hut, whatever it might be, the pizza joint. We're going to look at how they can take an alternative pathway to getting their refs. I know some of you may be saying, refs, what's refs? Well, there's always the opportunity to get a bite to eat, but where you get that bite to eat from and what you do when you get there can make all the difference. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at problem solving within communities, involving other organisations, reducing demand across multiple sectors, not just the police sector. And we're going to look at models like asset-based community development, strengths-based problem solving, or asset-based problem solving. We're going to take a look at those models and see how you could not just reduce demand on the police, but reduce demand on other sectors as well. And at the same time, improve the cohesiveness of communities. We're going to take a look at confidence and how using things like community scrutiny panels, ride-alongs with a difference, could enable you to really improve community confidence within your force. We're also going to take a look at an awesome little exercise where we rewrite the last Her Majesty's Inspector of Constabulary report into your force, especially if it was one that wasn't very good. So we're going to look at a little exercise about how you're actually going to write the future one, and then you're going to create that future and look at how you would actually enable your officers to do that. I'm also going to take a look at how on Monday morning meetings you tend to depress each other, and what an alternative set of questions could be at the Monday morning meetings. So you're not walking out quite so depressed, you're walking out far more upbeat, and your officers will be walking out far more upbeat, as opposed to feeling battered and bruised before the week's even started. And other little things like the value of random acts of kindness, or should we rephrase that, intentional acts of kindness, and how you're going to value those intentional acts of kindness and how they're going to make a massive difference in your force. So there you go, folks. There's a taster of some of the things that we're going to take a look at in the in-force advancement group over the next few months. These are things that are going to set you aside as being the sort of candidate to be a chief inspector, superintendent, inspector or sergeant, the sort of candidate who is going to be able to take your force into the future, as opposed to doing more of what you did yesterday. Because at the moment on Twitter and other forms of social media, I'm not seeing anything particularly innovative coming from the police sector. Seriously, I'm not seeing anything at all that's innovative, that I call innovative, coming from the police sector. I think over the past 10 years, the service has really struggled due to austerity and the sort of discretionary value that a lot of these things espouse that I'm talking about has gone. And I know some of you on the webinars that we run, the weekly webinars where we're going to talk about these things, we're going to practice how you'd introduce things like this and other things and your ideas, your innovative ideas into forward-facing questions. I know for a lot of you, you're going to be thinking, we just don't have the time for that. Well, this is about investing £1 today to save £10 this time in 3 years' time. Or we can spend 10 pence every day. We can spend 10 pence every day and see in 3 years' time whether we've spent more than £1 to save £10, or whether we've actually looked at the wrong type of investment. Are we looking at short-term investment in reducing demand, solving problems, or are we looking more at the long term? I can pretty much guarantee to you that the long-term investment in tackling a lot of the issues that we just talked about is going to absolutely pay off, where the short-termism is just putting bits of sticking plaster on it. We all know that to be true, don't we? We know that to be true. So I'm looking forward to welcoming you in the in-force advancement group. The links are below. Come and join us. Come and join the Facebook group for serving officers. And I look forward to helping you to succeed in your promotion board. So far, the track record has been awesome. We've had lots and lots of successes. I'd say about 85% of everyone who's gone through the webinars in the in-force advancement group has passed their promotion board, passed their specialist interviews. Not just passed, but passed with really awesome marks as well. Some of the highest marks in the force. So what we're doing is making a difference. What we're doing is making a difference. And I look forward to helping to support you on your journey to getting those pips, stripes, or even that crown. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye bye for now.